nuclear report that's due out on.
I think that the Russian government understands exactly what NATO enlargement is going to mean as far as the stability for the future, and I don't see the kind of apocalyptic suggestions being raised by some as ever materializing, to be sure.
Mr. President.
Senator from North Carolina.
I thank the chair. I ask unanimous consent.
Calendar number 16, which the clerk will report.
Resolution of ratification to accompany Treaty Document 105-36.
With all due respect to our friends in Europe, the European Union could not fight its way out of a wet paper bag. And we need to face up to that. Giving the European Union a veto over who does and who does not get into NATO would be nothing less than the abdication of American leadership in Europe. The fact is this: admitting Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic to NATO is in America's best interest.
And they will have an amendment or amendments that I think.
Why are we doing this? In other words, we know what the risk is. We know that this is a real risk for democracy in Russia. We know this is a real risk for arms agreements. We know this is a real risk in perhaps setting off just the opposite of what all of us hope for, which is the use of nuclear weapons, the unthinkable. We know what the risks are: poisoning relations with Russia, instability in Europe. So the question is, why are we doing this?
Senator from Virginia is recognized.
I thank my distinguished. This is a rhetorical question because you would be very much aware. The Senate declares that NATO may.
We deliberately sent the signal that the door is to remain open in the future rather than being closed. There is no time frame that has been set. There have been no representations in terms of when other countries may qualify for it. We pointed out that the door is open, but the door is at the top of a very steep set of stairs that other countries will have to climb before they're entitled to walk through that door. So I think it's unnecessary and would be counterproductive to approve it.
Be worried that
And that's 20,13 taken.
20,13.
NFS price
11 for $5, 8,000.
Today's market drop is solely related to the perception that interest rates in the United States are going to be heading higher. In Monday's edition of the Wall Street Journal, there was a report that the Federal Reserve is now leaning toward a tighter monetary bias. That in itself is scary enough to drop the market.
6 for 10,000, 7 for 10,000 chance.
Tell me just what 20 and 3. Hey, 3 for 10, not West, just a minute. What are you going to do? Yeah, 1,000 trade to 15. Hi, buddy.